So, Mia, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. By the way, I have to say happy Valentine's Day to you and your beautiful wife, Trish.
And you too. And you're lovely. So
my lovely is very lovely, and I am the loveliest I have ever loved.
Okay. Oh, wait. I'm waiting for the cat call, so that's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. She's going to get it. Okay. Get it. So what do you have for us for Valentine's Day?
Well, I think one of the things about, like, for transgender is it's so complicated transitioning to begin with. So a lot of my friends that are transgender have gone through the difficulty of either trying to maintain a relationship or once they've transitioned, trying to find love. Mm-hmm. And being blessed. I'm in one of those rare situations where I've been with someone for 21 going on 22 years. So we're just... we're blessed on that. I don't care what relationship, straight, gay, whatever. It's an amazing time. But the number one thing I see with a lot of my friends is they lose their spouse. Divorce, separation, once they start to transition. So they're already going through that loss. But then I started to notice a little different now that some are a couple years into their transition. So they've been asking me, like, where do we find, like, girls that would date us? Because I think the assumption is that once you transition, if you're male to female, you now want men. Mm-hmm. But a lot of my friends, that doesn't change. Your sexuality doesn't change. And it's very difficult then for them to find those women that,
That's a great question. I mean, because you certainly just can't show up at a bar.
Yeah, and so my thing is, my advice to them, and I've been fielding some for a group questions, and my advice to them is get out in the community, like volunteer or go to events where you can meet other transgender that have friends, and the more you get out. But I think it has to go beyond just being transgender, as for anybody. If you want to meet somebody, if you go to the bar and you're meeting people just at a bar, well, then that's the kind of relationship you're developing. I mean, that you look for that one night or whatever. But if you want a long-term relationship, they need to find people in environments that, are conducive to that. So my advice is to a lot of the transgender that are going through this loss or now experimentation where they want to find love is to avoid, there's no grinder for transgender. Well, there are, but they're usually straight men wanting somebody.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, some of the inclusionists who co-host from time to time, she's single, and so she comes here on Swirl, in which we find dates for her while she's here. So maybe, we can have a transgender mating situation here at swirlradio.com.
Call a date.
Yeah. So if you think we should do such a thing, head to swirlradio.com and let us know.
I do. I think that's important.
What else do you have for us for Valentine's Day?
Well, and so going on the same theme, if you're looking for love and you've got to get out there and you're trying in those environments, the main thing you need to focus on is once you do find that person that you want to share and time with, is making sure. I want to say this in a politically correct kind of nice way, but just because you might like guns and hunting and fishing or whatever, because that doesn't change. Your personality doesn't change. You also have to kind of adapt those kind of events. So you have to, because how do I say it? Okay, if you weren't that romantic,
you should just say it.
Okay, if you weren't that romantic as a guy, you're
not going to be as romantic as a female.
You're not going to change. Yeah. So you've got to adapt to that. You've got to understand that the partner needs flowers, and you've got to romance.
Does this rule apply for those, F to M as into M to F? So
yeah, if you were expecting someone to give you flowers and you're, female to male transgender, no, there are social etiquette and social roles that we take on, and you need to bring her some flowers and get your butt to the K's jeweler or whatever, to the jewelry store.
Every kiss begins with K.
Exactly. So there are things like, I think it's funny now that society's kind of shifting, and we're starting to now look at like transgender are now having to go through the social effects. So many years they were just worried about not getting dragged behind a truck that we're starting. I mean, we still have those incidents, but now they're starting to look at, oh my God. I mean, I hope in my lifetime there's an eHarmony on TV at 2 a.m. where they're talking about transgender couples and how to find love. And
or just the option. At does the
inclusion,
option.
At least the option, yes.
Yeah.
So, but in the meantime, I mean, if you're looking for love in a bar, that's what you're going to find. And you need to get out there, and you need to do positive events, and you will bring on a positive relationship.
That sounds great. That sounds great advice. Now, what about those who are in a relationship, such as yours, for over 20 years? I guess you celebrate Valentine's Day now for over 20 years.
Yes, and I believe, God, yeah, it to me, I've always been I think I can label myself a good gift giver, and I appreciate the love that I receive from my wife, and I try to flatter her with a thank you. But I try not to do it just on Valentine's, and I try to do it all year long.
That's really, really sweet.
Yes, we make it a very nice night, and it's something that we've always been off work together.
So are the gifts as Hallmark as they come, such as roses, teddy bears, and or are you... Do you guys give each other like special gifts?
Well, yeah. When you first got married, it was when you first get married, it's the wholesome, like Victoria's Secret's nice. Then, like a few years into it, you're like, I'm getting some Fredericks, a Hollywood. It's going to be Frederick's time, and then you move away from that, and you start giving like jewelry and stuff. But
wait, you don't do the Victoria and Fredericks anymore?
You know what? We've been together 21 years.
Oh, come on.
And you know what? I love her naked. So I just love her body,
works.
And I love her.
It all comes off.
Yeah, and they don't last long for either of us either. So there's that. Thank you. You got me to blush. That was nice.
Oh, I tend to do that.
You did. Yeah, so no, we love giving each other still gifts, and like tomorrow for us, we're doing a very nice chef's tasting menu.
Oh, that's
restaurant,
really sweet.
She's a foodie, so that's her gift to her, and so
great.
Yes.
So it's going to be very. It's going to be like what it is after 20 years.
I think we're more in love. I think we're more in love. No, you go through those periods where like I want to kill you, and I love you, I hate you, and you go through this period. But we have always stayed pretty consistent. That we've always, put up with each other.
You know what the great thing about being lesbians and it's Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Is like even if I gave my partner a necklace or a ring or something, I could wear it too.
Oh God, yeah, that's the coolest. You kind of go to the store and you're like,
I'm like, here's your gift, and I'll wear it tomorrow.
And I kind of like it too. Well, with us, it's kind of messed up for clothes though, because she's so small and I'm so tall. But she's like, "Why are you giving me like a 2X like jacket?" I don't know. It looked really good on you, I think.
Mia Macy, everyone. Mia is our transgender inclusive voice. She also does her segment on our radio show, so you can catch us there. Search Mia Macy at swirlradio.com. By the way, for those who are going to get it on and end up with some special, boink, boing, boing, whatever you say. Yeah. Shar Rednour of Love, Life, and Sex has blessed us with a SHAR15 discount code that you can use at Good Vibrations. So you can use that online at goodvibrations.com, or you can head into the store, pick out whatever you need, and also, just mention SHAR15, and voila, 15% off all of your sexual Valentine's needs and all that good stuff. So, when we come back, it is time for me to tell you why I have been a bad butch. We'll be right back.